Hello, you guys. Happy New Year's. Coming to you live from New Zealand. Alex Christchurch. Who's this girl? This is first live on YouTube, and I'm super excited to get it going. Um, will you? Is it working? Is it my audio? This thing? Okay, eventually we'll get this to work. We can start talking because I'm so excited. The first live. I'm so excited for our first live. I have some super exciting news that I wanted to share today. It's working? Maybe I should turn it off. Here, I'll turn it off from here.
Can I do that?
Okay, let's try it now. We're going to try the audio without the mic, and maybe this will work better. And then eventually we'll get started with today's content. Okay. Mic out. All right, we're good? Okay. Good? Okay. Awesome. All right, you guys. Hi. Happy New Year's. Coming to you live from Christchurch, New Zealand. Hi. My name is Kyla, half of Kyla and Alex. My husband and I are a newlywed couple. We quit our 9-to-5 jobs back in May. And we can officially say last year. We quit our jobs last year because here in New Zealand, it's 2025. 2025 is a new year. Oh my gosh. Happy New Year, you guys. I'm so excited. So yeah, my husband and I, we quit our 9-to-5 jobs a year, or I'm sorry, at this point, 7 months ago, back in 2024, to full-time travel during our first year of marriage. We're calling this our grown-up gap year, our adult gap year. We have had a whale of a time. Currently, like I said, we're here in New Zealand. Today on the live, I am going to be doing a 2025 vision board, but kind of a little different. I'm going to be doing a bingo card. I've been seeing people online in social media doing bingo cards, and I think that's kind of cool because I feel like bingo cards are a little more minimalistic for me, and you also can kind of reward yourself throughout the year with the bingo cards. So we're gonna do one together. In the meantime, if you are new here, like I said, feel free to subscribe. Now that we're finally able to go live, I'll be doing a lot more lives around the town. Also want to mention, like I said, my husband and I, full-time travelers. We've been traveling since May of 2024. We literally got married in May, and then a week after we got back from our wedding, which was in Hawaii, we flew. We flew to the other side. We quit our jobs and flew to the other side of the world, which is absolutely wild. So thank you guys for joining on this New Year's Eve. If you're coming in from the United States, we're from Texas, and so we use Central Time as like our kind of base. And so my idea is just rock with y'all until it's time to ring in the new year in Texas. Like, how fun is that, right? So like I said, in the meantime, sorry, I'm doing weird things with my hair. In the meantime, like I said, let's do a vision board bingo card together, and I'll just talk about different little travel tips and tricks. And as people come in, feel free to ask any questions as they come up. One other thing I wanted to talk about today is I usually go live on another platform that starts with a T. I usually go live on that platform, and over the past few months, I kind of do the same thing I do today, and I've gotten so many people asking for like a physical guide, a physical resource, something that they can tangibly have the information that I'm giving out, right? And so I created that. I finally did it, you guys. I created that guide. So I have created a 5-day, excuse me, let me grab a sip. Okay, I've created a 5-day travel challenge. Oh my, oh my goodness, you guys. Sorry. I've created a 5-day travel challenge full-time travel challenge for people who are looking to go from everyday life in the US, because we're Americans, so like of course our content is going to be geared towards helping Americans because that's our background. Going from Americans living in the US to deciding if you want to take a grown-up gap year, adult gap year, which it isn't as hard as it may seem. And or you might be like, I'm ready to move abroad. Like I feel like the tips and tricks in this um, travel challenge will be of help. So if you are interested in our on our channel, like you go to like view channel for Kyla and Alex Jordan, and the first link is actually the link. Let's see if I can pull it up here in real time. Un momento, por favor. Let me refresh this one right here. But if you go to our Kyla and Alex channel, at the top is our 5-day full travel challenge. It only let me use so many words. But yes, it is free. Like I said, it's a almost 20 pages, 19-page guide. It's a PDF that gives you step by step, kind of like mini digestible kind of like lessons, things to do, so that for 5 days from day one, you can start day one tomorrow because tomorrow will be New Year's Day. You can start January 1st, and by January 5th, you would have figured out, oh my gosh, I know what it takes. I know have the steps, and I don't feel overwhelmed, and I'm okay. And I'm like, I love the idea. I'm so excited about the idea to full-time travel, whether that means full-time travel for a season or full-time travel indefinitely. So yeah, it's free little guy I put together. I'm so excited about it because I put blood, sweat, and tears. No tears. I put some sweat equity, and some metaphorical blood into putting my tips and tricks together. And actually, the PDF, you can print it out if you like, but you actually don't have to print it out. You can actually do the guide in. You can actually type in the actual PDF online. So I made that there. But yeah, like I said, let's get started. Like I said, it's 2025, or we're moving into 2025. We're moving into 2025, and we're going to do a little bingo card. And this bingo card, I'm doing a bingo card for the person out there who is doing this 5-day travel challenge. If you're that person, you're like, you know what? I am feeling burnt out in the US. I need a break. And I just didn't. How can this even be possible? That's what this challenge is for. On day one of the challenge, this 5-day travel challenge, actually day one is to create some sort of vision board. And so that's what we're doing together. We're going to create a little travel bingo card. So I have a list here. Actually, let me show you guys the bingo card. A blank template. One second. I'm actually going to duplicate a page because I made one for, one second. Oops. I might actually be deleting out of my actual one. So let me make sure I do this correctly. Okay. Let me make sure I duplicate this page. Perfect. Okay. I've got it. So yeah, I'm going to delete out here and then show you guys a blank template. If you want this template, let me know. I'll send it to you. Like I said, I got it free off of Canva. Or I got it off Canva. And so it's a cool way to... Bingo card, I feel like, is a cool way to go about doing your life. So yeah. All right, so let me make this big so you can see this bingo card blank. All right, so here's the blank bingo card. Sorry, the screen might be a little fuzzy, but this is what we're going to fill in today. We're going to fill in, there are 25 slots, one free space because we're wanting to see the world, right? So there's 24, I guess, free spaces. And what we're going to fill in for these 24 spaces are things that you want to accomplish. So it's like this is a vision board. These are going to be action steps that we're going to be taking in 2025 to get abroad, and then we'll throw in a little in the bingo card for once you get abroad, like these things that you want to make sure that you do while you're, doing your gap year or doing your life abroad, All right, let's get started. So I have that. And the other thing I said, and let me make this a little bigger too, so you can see my list. I'm gonna make these super big. 36. Yeah. So this is the YouTube bingo card. I actually created 25. So these are 25 different things that we're going to add into the bingo card and make little squares. All right. Oops. Well, that's not good. All right. Let me move this over here and move this over here. Move these two together as I'm talking to y'all. All right. Bring this over here. All right. So for 2025, if you're someone who's like, and I've talked to many people, I get many people in my DMs, and I'm like, this is what I created. I feel like I created this guide to kind of give, like you get in someone, or you're replying to someone's message, like on a DM, and you give them this information, blah, 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 blah. And then you get someone else, and someone else, and someone else. I feel like I was giving the same information over and over again, and so that's why I created this guide. So, like I said, I have a couple steps here. So, this one might seem super trivial, super easy, but like if you're wanting to do this lifestyle, you have to have this. So, we're going to make, let me do this right here. We're going to make one of these bingo card boxes. Either one, get your passport and or renew your passport and or make sure your passport has at least 6 months of validity in it. And I know you're probably like, why do I need to make sure? Some countries won't even let you in if your passport is about to expire less than 6 months before you enter the country. So if you're like someone who's like, oh, my passport, even if if your passport is expiring in 2025, I would just go ahead and get a new passport, get a renewal. So that's going to be on the bingo card. I'm going to do get a passport. Actually, we'll do renew passport because this is for the girly who passport might be like 8.5 years old. Renew your passport. Okay. Perfect. Let me show you there. Let me see something. Yeah. So right there, first box, renew your passport. We're going to make sure that our passport is renewed before we are going on the other side of the world or even down to Mexico or up to Canada, wherever you're doing. All right, next box, which is a part of the 5-day challenge, is your 3 goals list. For the first day 1 of your challenge is you're going to create the vision board, but you're also going to have a list of why, your goals. Because here's the thing, so many people are like, I just want to travel. I just want to do this. I'm like, why? What is your why? When you establish your why you want to travel, why you want to do anything in life, when you physically establish a why, you bring life to what you're wanting to do. And so, like I said, this is going to be a 3 goals list. We're going to put this not right next to it. We're going to kind of break it up, right? Because it's a bingo card. We want to see if we can get 5 in a row, or we want to even black out. So your 3 goal list. All right. So I put that 3 goal list, 4 down, second. So that's the second box. And we're just going to keep going. I won't keep showing each one. I'll kind of just talk about the next couple tasks because the next couple of boxes are going to literally be you completing each day of the travel challenge. So that's 5 days. That's 5 different boxes that you're going to use. So we're going to do day 1, maybe right here. Day 2, like I said, we don't want it all to be in order. We kind of want it to be all over the place. We're going to do day 3 here. Day 3. Day 1. We'll say day 1 challenge. Day 2 of the challenge. Let's see here. Bum, bum, bum. You have... Bill to leave. Sorry, I'm just gonna put something in the chat. Okay, perfect. That works. And day 2 challenge. Day 3 challenge. Let's see, we'll do, and then we'll mix it up. We'll put day 4 up here. You don't want it all to be in the same spot, right? Day 4. And then we'll put day 5 here. Day 5 of the challenge. Because we want to also make sure that you complete, if you're going to do this challenge, like you said, it's a 5-day full-time travel challenge to get you prepared for the steps needed to go about this lifestyle. We don't want you stopping on day 3. You get super excited, you get hung up, you get distracted, you get, things come up, and then you never complete the challenge. So that's why your bingo card, oh, let me do this. Your bingo card is going to have all 5 days of the challenge, their 5-day travel challenge. So yeah. All right, let's keep on chucking along. And as I'm doing this, I'll just kind of I'll just talk story, right? So we'll just talk story. So let's kind of talk how we even got started abroad, right? We're like, why are you in New Zealand? How the heck did you get to New Zealand? Glad you asked. So, over a year ago, yeah, August 2023, my father passed away from cancer. And I would say that was a wake up call for us. What made it so kind of wake up call-y for me was the fact that my dad had been planning to retire 3 months before his passing. He passed away at 64, and he was planning on retiring in December of 2023. And that was when he was going to be 65, and he was finally going to be like, I'm going to retire. What's crazy is he had been saying he was going to retire for probably like 2 yeat. Like, I will at least say since he was 62. So yeah, about 2 years he had been saying he was going to retire. And then every year it was just kind of like, no, I'll keep working. Work's not that hard and blah, blah, blah. Like all these different reasons, right? And so when he passed away in August, that was such a wake up call for me, because it was like, that was the first time that I saw in, I guess, real time, where someone who was working so hard towards retirement, right? Like my dad kept putting off retirement just to do just a little bit more of this, a little bit more income, a little more time working, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't even get to enjoy the fruits of his labor. And that was so eye-opening to me, because especially in the United States, the stigma, the stereotype, the rhetoric is you gotta work so hard. You gotta work. And then when you retire, then you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you can go see the world, and you can go do this and do that. And then you can do the things that you want to do in life. You need to put off everything. I don't want to say everything. You're not putting off everything, but you want to put off like your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations, especially if you're someone who's dreaming and hoping to make travel a part of like your life, like especially full-time travel or like an extended break. And he did not get to do that. And the other thing was that I wanted to mention that I was told this about the golden years, is that they say the golden years are so great, and you have all this free time, and you can do everything you want. You can go out and see the world because you're in the best, your prime of your life, the best time. But the golden years aren't always that golden. We may not make it. I just told the story. You may not make it to your golden years, but two, once you're in that age range, your body may not allow you to do the things that you want to do, that you thought you wanted to do. You're so tired. And I know I've heard and I've seen countless videos of people traveling with their parents, and them seeing firsthand how it is different when you're traveling as a 60-year-old or a 65-year-old or a 70-year-old versus a 25-year-old or a 35-year-old or a 45-year-old. And so it's kind of like this weird trade-off, where in retirement you have money and you have all the time in the world, and you've built up this, I guess, nest egg, or you've built up this pension of money, and you have all the time, but your body won't allow you. And so you're like, well, I wanted to go see the world, but my body won't allow me to. And so it's like, you have to figure out, like, do you want that and potentially wait for that, or you are youthful, you're in your youth, you're in your prime, you can afford to take on extra work and extra hours to cushion um, your bank account for a season of going and traveling, or just doing life abroad in general. And that's literally the decision that we made, right? Like, my husband and I made the decision that we wanted to not wait until retirement to do this life, because who says we would even make it to 60 or 65, and we would have been working for 30 years and then not been able to do this lifestyle. So we made it our priority um last year after my dad's passing to make this a reality. So we're making this a gap year, a grown up gap year abroad. So far we've been to 5 countries. Right now we're in New Zealand. We've done Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. That was the new country on the list. And here in New Zealand. So we've been gone, like I said, since May, and we've actually hopped around those countries a couple times. It's so funny because we did that, like, Melv Dev app, where you like do the lines around the world that show your travel, and we kind of traveled in a little bit of a triangle between multiple times to Thailand, multiple times back and forth to here in New Zealand. We ended up going back and forth between Vietnam, Singapore. So, like, we hit up these countries multiple times this year, which was not the intention, but it actually ended up working out that way. And hey, that's the thing about, like, this lifestyle, right? When you start, you might have this vision in your head of, like, okay, because that was the thing. When we got started, we said, when we left in May, the plan was fly from Dallas to Tokyo, stay in Tokyo a week, go over to Thailand, and stay there for, like, I think it was 3.5 weeks. And then from Thailand, we were to go here to New Zealand, and we were supposed to stay put here in New Zealand. That was the plan. Stay put for a year. Well, since then, we've been back to Bangkok twice. We ended up adding a new country, Vietnam, which technically we went into Vietnam 2 different times. We stayed over a month in Vietnam too. And so, like I said, anything can happen in this world. Be open to what the future could hold. All right, I got off topic as I was, like, they were continuing to make our bingo card. All right, so next item on the bingo card. I don't think anyone knew this, but I actually do have one-on-one consultations. So that's something you can feel free to put on the bingo card if you want. If you decide that you want to be able to access that, you put that on the bingo card. You know what? Because that's what you want to do, right? So yeah, I am offering one-on-one booking um, travel consultations for people who, after they do the 5 day challenge and they're still wanting a little bit of assistance, or they just want assistance in general. Like, I want to be able to provide that for people and be a resource to people on a more one-to-one basis. People have been asking for it, and I'm like, okay, like, I did know that was something that people needed, so hey, it's there. So yeah, we put that on the bingo card, something you can check off. Okay, next thing on the bingo card, saving your first $1,000. For some, that might be super hard, right? Like, in US, we love a good shopping trip. We love a good restaurant. We love stuff in the US. And so one thing about living abroad is you will become detached from stuff. When you start this lifestyle, you will realize how little stuff you actually need to be happy. And so, if you're, listen, to get serious about this lifestyle, one of the best ways is to limit your excess spending. And so, the first $1,000 that you save, that's on the bingo card. So let's put that on the bingo card. You're gonna save your first $1,000. Boom, saved. All right, next box on the bingo card is actually, and this number is customizable, right? I just went pretty generic with you're gonna save your first $10,000. Once you hit $10,000, you're gonna check that off the bingo card. You're gonna X that. All right. Boom, you've saved $10,000. Like I said, this is customizable. If you decide you want to leave the country with 8 grand, then make that your number. If you're like, I actually want to leave the country with 30 grand or 40 grand, make that your number. Make that your number. So yeah, let me show you this one. So here we are. Bingo card. Getting the boxes filled out. As you can see, it's coming along swimmingly. It is coming along. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, anyway, after my father had passed away, and at that point, we were just, at this point, Alex and I were just dating, and we were talking, we were in the process and planning the idea of getting married, our future. We kind of pivoted because we had been talking about moving to another state, but after this happening, I was like, I don't want to put off the idea of traveling. Like, I don't. And so we came together and decided that we were going to, after the wedding, after we got married, we were going to go travel for a year. So mastermind, we mastermind and decided we were going to save up from the day we got engaged, which is in October, to the day we got married, which is in May. So about an 8 month time frame, we were saving up like crazy, and we were doing all kinds of stuff. Right? It almost became a game for us. It became a game to see how much we could save up each week. We were selling off stuff. I was reselling clothing at the time, so like I was getting rid of inventory. I was very like everything goes, everything goes. Like I had a storage unit full of furniture because I ended up moving back home prior to that, and so I was selling off my furniture. Um, we were working super hard at work. I ended up getting a promotion literally around the same month, like literally around the same month of my dad passing away. Like the timing, I guess, perfect timing, God's perfect timing. He knew that he had a plan for me. So he knew that in the next season of my life, I needed to have more responsibility, more income to do the things I wanted to do. So yeah, I ended up getting a promotion that was like a 5 figure promotion, and they ended up getting a bonus at the end of the year that was also a 5 figure bonus. So between those two things, Alex was working like 6 days a week. We were saving like crazy um, to hurry up and get to May of 2024, because for us that wasn't really a long time frame. You think about it, we saved about 30 grand in 8 months between the two of us. So I mean, essentially like 15 grand each, and that in a short amount of time is a lot. We'll say we were very privileged that we both lived with family, right? I was living at home, he was living at home, and so one of the biggest expenses for a lot of people is rent. So we did not have that expense. One sec. Okay. One of the things that also was very helpful is my car was paid off. I had paid off my Jeep a couple of years ago. Alex was actually driving a car provided from work. So we didn't have car notes at that time. So that was another thing that really helped us really get into super focus mode. So I'm talking about these ways. I guess I'm turning this into a way to save money segment of this live, because I feel like we did it. It was not easy. I'll tell you that it was not easy. When you think about it, like I'm someone that's always on a plane. I didn't travel for 8 months, and like I had access to a lot of flights. Being in Dallas, we have 2 airports, right? Like you fly to Love Field, DFW. I have friends that work in the airline industry who always were open to giving buddy passes. So like there was always an opportunity, or just like friends in general, friends going somewhere. You see a flight deal going somewhere. You see FOMO from social media because you see, oh my gosh, everyone's going down to Mexico. Everyone's doing Disney World, Disneyland, like all these trips that can actually add up. New York City, another one that I was like, oh, I'd really want to go to New York. But it was discipline. It was hard work. It took discipline. The other thing we did, Alex and I, we were dating, date night, right? Like that was really important to us because we lived like an hour apart from each other. And so, date night was very special to us. We were able to come together usually on the weekends. Well, date night adds up, right? Like even if you just to go eat at Chick-fil-A, we've said this so many times now that we're abroad. We're like, when we used to eat at Chick-fil-A, it was almost like $30 for two meals, right? And we're talking, Chick-fil-A sandwich, fries, and a drink. And usually one of us got some sort of upgraded option, right? Like I would get like the seasonal lemonade, or Alex would get like, like the deluxe sandwich, something like that, right? So between the two of us, almost $30. And then we come to the other side of the world when we're eating, eating in Thailand, eating in Vietnam, eating in Japan, and like we would have meals that are like $8 between the two of us. And so it's just so crazy. Sorry, side noting there. But what we ended up doing for date night is we actually ended up both paying for the AMC premiere, which is the movie theater. AMC has a monthly movie pass where you can see, I believe it was 4 movies per week, up to 4 movies a week. So if you think about that, 4 weeks in the month, give or take, right? 4 movies a week, you can see 16 movies a month, which we never saw 16 in a month. But if you think about it, I believe it was like $20, 20 to $24 per person. I think it was $20. So it's $20 in Texas, because that's the thing. Like different states offer different packages, but I think it was no more than like $25. So we're paying $20 a month each person, right? And we would literally go see a movie every weekend. That was our activity. We may or may not get popcorn. We may or may not. Usually we would eat beforehand. Like we would eat at our house and then we would go watch a movie, and that was like our little date night. But that saved us so much money, you guys. If you've ever bought movie tickets recently, like movie tickets, a lot of them are almost $20 for one movie. So the fact that we usually would see anywhere between, I see on average maybe like 3 movies a month. So even though we weren't using it to see 16 movies, because let's be real, there weren't ever 16 movies out in a month that we even wanted to see. Let's be honest there. But even 3 movies in a month, we made our money. Like it was worth the $20. So if you are a movie buff or someone who was like, oh, that's a really cool date night, because we would also dress up too, right? Like you're going out in public. We're going out to this. We went to this AMC like in a like mall. So it's like you're. I mean, I guess you could show up in your pajamas, but we showed up looking very cute because we wanted to be cute for each other, of course, right? And we would dress cute, and we would go to the movie theaters like every weekend. And that was our inexpensive date night that helped us again save a lot of money, because yeah, like $30 trips to Chick-fil-A, you know or Chick-fil-A-esque restaurants, sometimes more, right? That adds up. You do a $30 meal 4 times a month, that's $120 without any other activities. So anyway, I digress. That was something that we did. Okay, let me keep going. So yeah, we're still doing the bingo card, you guys. Like I said, we're doing this travel bingo card. Next on the list, as we're going here, is we did the save $10,000. Okay, perfect. Next on the list, sell 20 unused items. Now that number can be customizable, right? Because like I said, if you're doing this lifestyle, this travel lifestyle, whether you're doing it as an adult gap year or you're doing it as you're permanently moving abroad, you want to move abroad, travel abroad, you do not need all the stuff in your home. You do not. I promise you. You may think you need those 50 vinyl records, or you need those 25 pairs of shoes, because I know you got 25 pairs of shoes, because I had 50 pairs of shoes, you guys. I'm not even ashamed to say that. Should I be ashamed to say that? But I'm not. I had 50 pairs of shoes before we left the country, and so I was getting rid of stuff. So anyway, on this bingo card, your travel bingo card, which we have right here, so we're still filling it out. Next on the list is sell 20 items. And like I said, that number, you can make it higher. You can say you want to sell 30 items, you want to sell 50 items, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I feel like 20 is a good amount, right? All right, so we're going to do sell 20 items. It didn't save. Hold on. Command C. Okay, there we go. It was lagging. Lagging. What's happening? Okay. I'll just type it in myself because it's just giving me a hard time. Okay. I don't know why. One second, y'all. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna sell 20 items. You can feel free to make that number whatever you like, but I feel like 20 is a great number. All right, here we go. I don't know why it wasn't sell 20 unused items. Now, with the sell 20 items, there are so many platforms, so many ways you can go about selling stuff, right? I would say probably the easiest of the easiest would be Facebook Marketplace, right? You can list a couple items on Facebook Marketplace, and there is someone always, you'd be surprised what people are looking for on Facebook Marketplace, especially if you live in a big enough city, and especially if you think about certain times of year. Like if you're selling things that people need to furnish new houses or new apartments, especially new apartments, right? Like people are furnishing new apartments, they may be looking for, that lamp that you don't use. They may be looking for that extra TV because I sold a TV literally to a girl who was furnishing an apartment. Um, I sold a yoga ball, like those big medicine balls. Not, I don't know what they're called. But yeah, I had a brand new one in the box. Sold that. I said you would be surprised. You probably have something in your closet that you bought off Amazon a year ago. Like so, I wouldn't even say a month ago, but probably a year ago, and you have not used it. You would be surprised someone else would be willing to pay for it. And like I said, you can make that determination if you want to pay, you just want to get it out of your house, or if you want to like actually get some really good value off the item. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, another way to sell items is going the like platform route, like Poshmark, eBay, Depop. These are like more, especially for like clothing, right? Depop, Newly has a thrift platform. There's so many like these little platforms out there. You would have to create an account. I would say out of all of them, as a reseller, I would say Poshmark, in my opinion, was probably the easiest to get going and get started. And so yeah, especially if you have clothes and shoes you want to get rid of, look into that as well if you don't go the Facebook Marketplace route. Because like I said, everything in your home, one, you're not going to want to put in storage if you do decide to go that route, or two, you're not going to carry with you on the other side of the world. Like I said, there's no way you're going to carry 25 pairs of shoes on the other side of the world. That won't even fit in a 50-pound luggage, 25 pairs of shoes. Just saying, because I know some of those shoes are boots. So let's just put that out there. Okay. Other ways you can sell your unused items. I'm still on that because I was a reseller and I love talking about reselling. Other ways you can sell your items is a garage sale. You take things to a pawn shop. Actually, Alex took a couple of things to a local pawn shop, which is another route too. And all this money that you're making back goes into your savings, goes into your travel savings, right? We're not turning around and spending that money on dinner. No, we're putting that money in a savings account. All right, your travel savings account to be exact. All right, speaking of garage sale, that is the next travel bingo card item. If you are someone who has a lot of stuff and you want to go the garage sale route, boom, put it on the bingo card, which I have. So that's the next thing on the bingo card. All right, the next couple ones we're doing now are more for your body, your soul, your spirit. Like these are things that are just gonna help you in the long run. So the next one I put is in 2025, you're gonna volunteer. Now you can decide if you want to volunteer at home in your home state, or if you want to wait and use this volunteer box for when you get abroad. So we're gonna put that. We like animals, so we are going to do volunteer with pets. Perfect. So we put that on the bingo card. And I say this about the volunteering. Yes, when you get abroad, the thrill of hikes and camping and museums and waterfalls and excursions day after day, and the cooking classes and the surf lessons, like all those fun things that you do while you're traveling. I'm not saying they get old, but like they get old. Like you're doing these fun things, and it's like one, you don't want to burn out, right? Like if you're even doing an adult gap year for like 3 to 4 months, you don't want to burn out in that 3 to 4 month time frame, and you get back home and you're exhausted from your freaking break. That's the whole reason you did this gap year, was to take a break at some point. So anyway, doing something meaningful along the way. Now I'm saying this: preach what you practice what you preach. We're actually at that stage now, right? Like we are 7 months into our journey where we're like, okay, we've done the museums, we've done the waterfalls, we've done the hikes, we've done the excursions. What we want to do now is something a little more meaningful, and so that's like this bingo card thing is something on my actual bingo card too, is to volunteer while we're abroad. And so be on the lookout for that, because that's what we plan on doing in 2025. All right. Broderick is in the house. How's it going, Broderick? Alexander, your friend Broderick is on the live. Did you hear me? Would you like to come say hello? He's gonna come say hello. There he is. Say hi.
Can you see me?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lag. But yeah, he can see you.
Hello, everyone.
But yeah, he can see you. But yeah, Alex is in the house. What would you like to say today as we're doing our travel bingo card live abroad?
What?
So what would you like to say today?
Let's see. I don't know.
Tell the people what they want to hear.
I don't know. Get out and travel more. And
what has been your biggest lesson so far being abroad?
It's easy to travel. Like, yeah, if you are stuck in a 9 to 5, you can always find a way to get out of that. And then it's not hard to travel on a budget. Because like we're doing it with house sitting. So just sign up for trusted house sitters. Look for house sits in your city around your house. Save up a little bit of money and then go do a few house sits in your neighborhood or like in your city.
Your city, state.
And just see how it is, and then do that outside of the country that you are in, and see how that goes.
But yeah, what's the biggest lesson you've learned? You didn't answer that. What is your biggest lesson?
Travel is easy.
Travel is easy? Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as what people make it out to be. I feel that.
And once you do travel, the world becomes a lot smaller.
Oh, that's a good one. That is so true. I will say that, because once you get out here, you're just like, we just did a 12-hour flight, to Asia. Thailand's not that far.
Yeah.
Indonesia's not that far. Or if you go to Europe route, right? Like if you fly all the way to Spain, you're like, okay, well, I'm in Spain. I might as well just hit up Morocco. It's right there, right? It's like a 2-hour flight. I might as well hit up Turkey. It's just a couple-hour flight. Norway. So like depending on your location, I think the biggest challenge is like taking that first leap. Once you take that first leap, it does not become as hard. But yeah, awesome.
You just got to get your passport. If you're going to be driving, get your international driver's license, which is pretty easy. Just go over to like AAA. And it takes literally 15 minutes. Just sign a few papers, tell them how long you're going to be there, and then you take a picture, and then they give you everything there on the spot, and you're good to go.
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, I love that. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Let's see. What is it called? Jet lag. Jet lag is a real thing, and we learned that when we flew from Thailand to Vietnam, and then Vietnam to Australia and back to New Zealand. But like that
Mhm.
whole stretch was like what? How many hours do you think that
That was
was?
about almost 10 hours
10 hours.
from Thailand to New Zealand
Yeah. So
or Singapore from New
flying
Zealand.
that long and then going to multiple airports and having layovers,
Hmm.
that just kills you. And then once you get back to your destination, you're gonna be spending like a week or two of just going to sleep late, waking up at a weird time, late in the day, and your whole schedule is gonna be off. So
Hmm.
I think something that someone told me in the past has been um, like they wake up early and just go running every morning, or just try not to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to sleep until it's really late,
Hmm.
and then go to bed. Um,
We've done good with that here.
yeah.
This last time
Mhm.
here, we have honest, and then maybe the dogs too have helped.
Yeah, the dogs definitely help
Yeah.
because you have a job to do. You have to look after them and feed them and stuff. So you have to wake up.
And they wake us up.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
they'll start yapping a little around 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
But they just kind of forced us to wake up. Like we're just up anyway, and we kind of tend to go to bed a little earlier
Yeah,
than
and
in the past.
the sun comes up at around like
Mm,
5:30
mm-hmm.
here in New Zealand.
Because it's
So
summertime.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Anything else you would like to tell the people?
No, that's it.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Broderick, hello.
Hey, Broderick.
All right, we'll keep chugging along here. We're doing our travel bingo card. We'll just keep on talking. So let's see. We did the volunteer. Like I said, that's next on the list. All right. Next item on the bingo card, we're going to read one personal finance book. You can choose to read that book once again before you leave, which actually would be a good idea because as you are saving up for this lifestyle, you want to get as many tips and tricks as possible. So we're going to read one personal finance book and we're going to add that to the bingo card because that's also a really good one too that you can do like almost immediately. And let me move this over a little bit. Oops. Okay. My little sticker. Okay, perfect. Make this a little bit smaller. Awesome. So yes, we're gonna read one personal finance book. There's so many books out there. Like I said, I would say find the guru who resonates with you, right? Like if you're someone who is looking for like a female financial expert, look into my rich BFF. Vivian too. She's got a new book out. If you're looking for or the budgetista. Her name is Tiffany. I can't pronounce her last name, but you can go that route. If you're looking for more like traditional people, you can do that too. You want the Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, you want that route. Ramit Singh, he's really good. He's I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. Or other old school guru, you can do Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad. So many good books. I've read almost all those books that I'm talking about. So any of those routes to go, you may take those routes. But yeah, we're gonna read one. I want you to read one because the tools that you use, the lifestyle that you're building abroad is literally going to help you in the future. I say that because if and when we go back to the States, if we do, or when, either one, the way we do life abroad, like we live on a budget between the two of us. Alex and I live on about $4,000 a month. Now we don't know if that's gonna be possible in the States, but we're trying really hard, right, to like keep up our, I guess, minimalistic lifestyle, right? Like we don't really go shopping for clothes. Like we've done a couple of things when we were overseas, or I guess we're overseas now. Like when we were in Vietnam and Thailand, like in Vietnam we got clothing custom made. And so it's like after having clothes custom made, we're like, do we want to go to H&M? Do we really need that H&M top? Do we really need to go to, I don't know, Macy's or Zara, or just any of these stores? Do we really Madewell and J Crew are my favorites. But yeah, do we really need those items? Because when we were living abroad, we didn't leisurely just buy stuff, right? So anyway, the tips and tricks that you are using now, and you're strengthening that muscle of saving money. You're strengthening that muscle of a little bit of delayed gratification when you're wanting to go buy stuff. All right, let's see what's next on the bingo card. All right. Next on the bingo card, this is something that you're going to do once you get abroad, right? Like everything on this list so far, most of them are things that you're going to do before you get abroad, like the steps to take before you get abroad. But it was like, I don't necessarily want you to have this bingo card finished before you leave the country. I want you to actually have to finish this bingo card out of the country, right? I want you to do some of these half and half. So my next one is I want you to do one activity abroad solo. You can go to the movie theaters abroad by yourself. You can go sit in a library or a coffee shop by yourself. I just want you to do one thing. Now, I say that as husband and wife, we're newlyweds. We do not do every single thing together. We are already almost together like 24 hours a day. Like today's a really good day that we didn't leave the house. Like we walked the dogs. And actually, Alex walked the dogs by himself today, and I stayed here, right? So I had the house to myself. So even in that moment when he was out walking the dogs, like I had my me time, and then he had his me time, just being with them. So do one solo activity. Even if you're going to travel with a couple, you travel with your family. If you are traveling solo, then this is just something you're gonna check off the list anyway, right? So yeah, I want you to do one activity solo. And this doesn't have to be big. It can literally be go grab a coffee at a coffee shop. It could be like I said, go to the movies by yourself. It could be go grab a smoothie or a acai bowl, a smoothie bowl somewhere. So yeah, or it could be big, right? You can literally go do a paragliding. Go paragliding by yourself. The world is your oyster. Okay, so let me put that. Let's put that at the top. I want that a top tier, top challenge. All right. Now this next one, feel free to do this with other people and do this solo. And this is customizable to your taste, right? Like if there's what is that one activity that you're like, when I get to country X, I want to do this excursion. What is that excursion? What is that activity? I'm just going to use, for example, take a cooking class abroad. We actually took a cooking class in Thailand. It was fantastic. We loved it. It was so much fun. We took a cooking class in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So I'm making one of the bingo card items, take a cooking class abroad, but you can change it to whatever you want. If you decide you want to take a surf lesson, if your dream is to surf, take surf lesson, get scuba certified. If your dream is to salsa class, like I said, if it is to take a cooking class abroad, make that. You want to go to this, once in a lifetime. Oh, Mario Kart. You want to do the Mario Kart in Japan? If that's your thing, put it on the list. That's gonna be on the bingo card. Okay. All right. Woohoo! I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, let's keep on trucking along. All right. These next ones, I'm just looking at my list here. These next ones, we're going to actually go back to things you're going to do before you leave the country. All right. You're going to, once you've sold 20 items, now this next list is you're going to donate some items. So these are items that, like, either one, you just don't want to sell. You don't think they are sellable value. Or like I say, you might be the person like, I just don't want to go through selling. I just want to donate. Ooh, excuse me. You could do that. So that's next on the list. Let's see. I gotta put it in a spot that's not with the other ones. We'll put it here. So you're gonna donate 10 items. And there's a couple ways you can go about that, right? If you want to rehome, I love the idea of rehoming items, right? Like this is where you I don't know, plants, right? Plants are a really good example, right? You are a plant mom or plant dad, and instead, plants are near and dear to your heart. Giving your plants to like a friend or a family who also likes plants, or you think would be a good plant mom or plant dad, so you can give them plants. Books are another great item. Cooking ware, pots and pans and appliances. We did that. I gave away not a crock pot. What do you call it? I gave um what do you call it? Oh my gosh, Instapot. I gave one of my friends my Instapot. Like I was like, I'm not selling this. If you want, like I was like, it would go to good use, right? So I literally rehomed my Instapot. I rehomed actually a good amount of stuff. But anyway, you're gonna rehome some stuff, right? I donated some couch pillows. So yeah, you're gonna rehome. Don't donate 10 items. So far we have you're selling 20 items because we want to make a little bit of income to use towards travel. So you're selling at least 20 items. You can up that number or you can lower it, whichever you want. You can decide if you want to have a garage sale, but if you are not someone who wants to do a garage sale, you can make that bingo card item, taking your items to like Plato's Closet or Uptown Cheapskate, some sort of like buy sell trade store, or you can make that bingo card item take things to a pawn shop. Just however, this is like a physical, right? Physical. The like I said, the one we just talked about is donating. We're gonna donate at least 10 items, right? Because everything that you have, someone else could use something that you have in your home. All right, next on the list, if you're someone who is wanting to really immerse yourself in the culture of the country that you're wanting to go to, maybe you're someone who wants to go somewhere like super long term, right? Like we typically stay in a place for about a month at a time, with the place that we've stayed the longest being New Zealand. Well, majority of people in New Zealand speak English, so we don't have like a language barrier here. But if you are considering going to a country and you're staying long term or just staying, you want to learn more of the language, we're going to add on the bingo list that you want to have 100 days in a language app. So you like Duolingo, it'll tell you like a streak. You want a 100 days. You don't even have to say streak. Just 100 days in the app. You can make it 50 days in the app, 30 days in the app, whichever you want. As I'm being ambitious here, I put 100. So let's do 100 days in the app. Perfect. In a language app. Choose the app of your choosing. So you can do Duolingo, do Rosetta Stone. There's so many out there. I was like, choose what you would like. All right, next on the list, this is where it gets a little fun, right? You're going to get fitted. If you're someone who is wanting to do the travel lifestyle, and actually, let me back up because I think this one's first. On the list is buy new luggage and or backpack. So you will need to make the decision of, are you going to be a luggage girly or luggage guy? Are you a backpacker girly, backpacker guy? Now, we're luggage people. And we have a lot of luggage. I think the next time we do this again, we will not travel with this much luggage. And when we mean me. Because my luggage, I left the country with overweight luggage. Just saying. And it doesn't seem to ever go down. But anyway, so that's next on the bingo card. One of the items on your travel bingo card for 2025, for this challenge, is you're going to buy new luggage and or backpack. So what does that look like, right? To you, you could decide you want to, like I said, get a new backpack. You want to be one of the backpackers because that's how you want to carry your luggage. You like, I'm not rolling luggage around cobblestones in Europe. And I feel that. I feel that. So on top of that, if you do decide you want to go the backpack route, I have added to the list, get fitted for a backpack, because backpacks are not the backpacks are made differently for different people. For example, a backpack for me may not fit a backpack for Alex, may not fit someone who is 6 feet tall, may not fit someone who is 105 pounds. You see what I'm saying? Like these like almost like hiking backpacks that I'm talking about that a lot of full-time travelers use. A lot of times they need to be fitted. You want to make sure you have the correct backpack because if you're gonna be traveling around, you don't want to have back problems on the other side of this trip. I didn't mean to clap so loud. So yes, so we're gonna put that on the list. Let's see, we'll put that right here. We're going to get fitted for a backpack. You might be like, where the heck can I get fitted for a backpack? At a hiking store. For example, oh man, I don't know why it made it so big. One second, you guys. Okay. I want to paste and match the style. Oh my goodness, you guys. No, no, no. Stick to the stuff you know. Let me know if you know where that's from. Man. Okay, I'm just gonna have to type it in manually. For some reason, it just did not. It's being very fickle, you guys. Okay. We're going to add on the bingo card. Get fitted. Get fitted for backpack. Now, yeah, like I was saying, where you can get fitted for a backpack are hiking stores, for example, REI. And when you go in the store, you want to ask for like a fit expert, like a hiking backpack. I can't remember the term, but you want to ask for an expert who literally that's what they do because the woman or man working the cash register may not necessarily be the person that you want to talk to about getting your backpack fitted for your journey. Also, because if you're going to invest in a piece like this, you want to make sure that the piece that you're investing in is something that you want to hold and carry with you for the next 3 6 9 12 18 months indefinitely. You get what I'm saying? And here's a little trick. I'm gonna give you a little tip, little trick. If you do decide you want to go the backpack route, one of the things you could do is you could always go into the store, REI for example, get fitted for the backpack, and you don't necessarily have to go buy the backpack at REI. You could then go and look for secondhand backpacks, right? Because people are always coming and going, right? Or people buy backpacks and it was ill properly fitted for them and it doesn't actually fit them, or things happen. A lot of people plan for a trip and they never take the trip, and so they have the backpack sitting around, and that's a great opportunity for you to get that backpack. So you could be look for a backpack secondhand, look for them on sale. So yeah, but secondhand is a great way to get a backpack, especially at a great deal, because like I said, these really like Osprey is a good example brand, like they last a long time. All right. Okay, so we're doing a bingo card. If you're just now joining us, hello. Happy New Year's from New Zealand. My name is Kyla, half of Kyla and Alex, and this is my first live on YouTube. I usually go live on that app that starts with a T, and I love that app. I love going live on there. And since we're not really sure what's going to happen with that app, I was like, I want to make sure that I create a presence on YouTube as well. And this is literally kind of what I do. We also like to run around the city, like to go around the city that we're in. We're currently in Christchurch, New Zealand, and we're currently house sitting. So that's why I'm sitting at this beautiful window, hanging out here. But what we're doing on today's live, like I said, I'm helping y'all ring in the new year. Happy New Year's. It's actually 6:30 January 1st. It's 6:30 p.m. on January 1st here in New Zealand. So let me know where you're coming in from. So let me know what time it is where you're at. I would love to ring in the new year with you guys. My plan is to ring in the new year Central Time. So let me just check the time in Dallas. 26 minutes till the new year, you guys. I gotta make sure I put a countdown so that I know. I'm so excited. We're gonna bring in the new year. Bringing the new year together. As we're bringing in the new year, what we're doing, like I said, we're doing a travel bingo card. I have been asked about some sort of resource because I'm a little, I like to yap. I like to yap about like these travel tips or whatever. And people have been asking for some sort of resource, some sort of physical something that they can look over and like have. And so I created a 5-day travel challenge, which you can start it tomorrow, January 1st, and finish it by the 5th. So from day one to day five, if you're like, you know what, Kyla, I've been saying for years, the years have gone by, and I'm like, I really want to do life abroad. Whether that is for a season or you're like, I'm ready to move abroad, like, this is the guide for you. It is FREE, it's free. You go to my channel, you click on our face, go to our channel, and it's at the top. It says 5 day full travel challenge. It wouldn't let me put in the whole title. I'll probably have to rechange that title. I got so excited because I literally have created it within like the last, or not created it, I posted it within the last 48 hours. And so, most of the people on the app with the T have really liked it so far. So hopefully, people on here on YouTube, that if you're someone who's like wanting to not make 2025 like 2024 and 2023 and 2021 and 2018, right? Like every year you say you're going to do this thing, right? If you've wanted to live in Panama, because that was a lot of people in my live yesterday were like, I'm going to Panama. Maybe we need to check out Panama because a lot of people are down there. If Panama is that place for you, you're like, I want to go to Panama, hit the book. Check it out. It's a little free little ebook. Check it out. If you're like, I really want to do Thailand, there's a lot of people doing Thailand. Thailand's really accessible with the new requirements, the new options for visas in Thailand. Make 2025 the year you go to Thailand. Make 2025 the year you go to Japan. Make it the year you come over here to New Zealand. Hit us up if you come over to New Zealand. But yeah, like I said, hey, the doggies. What are you doing? Hey, that's live for you, right? That's live for you. Okay, let's keep moving here. See where we're at. We're almost finished up, you guys. Like I said, we got like 20 minutes left to ring in the new year. Let's see. I don't have anything to ring the new year with. I'm so sorry, y'all, but we're going to ring it in together regardless. Okay, let's see. All right, moving back over. You bought your luggage, you got your backpack, and now you're trying to figure out, what the heck am I going to bring? At this point, if you've bought luggage, hey, Alex, come see this dog. You okay, puppy? Just making sure he doesn't vomit on the carpet. Make sure he don't. Yeah, puppy. Make sure the puppy don't vomit on the carpet. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys. Da 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 da. So yeah, you bought your luggage. You bought your luggage or your backpack, and now it's time to determine, what the heck am I gonna bring. I'm gonna say this. I am an overpacker. And I said, as we have been traveling, there are things that I brought with us from Dallas, Texas, that as we have been moving from country to country, that we have gotten rid of stuff, right? Yeah. So it's inevitable. You're going to have that urge to pack a little more. It's okay. But you might want to create a little bit of a packing list. You want some sort of guide. And in the guide, in your packing list, you want to determine climate, right? Like, where are you going? Excuse me. Are you going somewhere primarily a region that's warm? So are you sticking to Southeast Asia? Places like Thailand, Southern Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia. You hitting up Bali. These are places that are primarily warm for most of the year, and like the one time it may get some sort of cold front, you just need like a light jacket. So you can determine, do you want to pack that jacket, or do you want to wait and buy that jacket when you're abroad, especially if you're in Southeast Asia, right? Like, you can get really inexpensive jackets. So like I said, you want to have some sort of packing list. Are you going to multiple climates like us, right? Like, we left in May and we started in Asia, in East Asia, went over to Southeast Asia, where it was northern hemisphere, it was going into the summer, right? So we're talking warmer climates, weather, clothing that is for warmer weather. But we were then transitioning to New Zealand. And in New Zealand, when we got here in June, it was the dead of winter. It wasn't freezing cold, but it was a little cool, right? So those cute shorts and those, short sleeve and sleeveless dresses, those were not items that I was wearing here in New Zealand. And even now, where we are on the South Island, like I said, right now I'm in a long sleeve. Like it's cool enough here that today that I can wear long sleeves. We actually turn the heat on here. So anyway, you want to determine weather in the places that you're going to be, right? What is the weather going to be like? So what the heck are you going to pack? Are you going to pack cool clothes, warm weather clothes? Do you want to mix? Is it good?
You got a little bit of battery left.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in the red.
In the red? That's, oh man. We got 20 minutes. You think I have 20 minutes left on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it's 20 minutes till the new year, you guys. I'm so excited. Put down below your goals for 2025. Is your goal for 2025, as we're chatting, is your goal for 2025 to get abroad? Is that your goal? Is your goal in 2025 to write a book? Is your goal in 2025 to just save, I don't know, 5 grand? Is your goal in 2025 to lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds? Like I said, what is that goal for 2025? Put it on the list. And I will say this bingo card I'm doing is for travel. You could do this bingo card for anything. I actually have a bingo card just for life, right? Like just my 2025 goals. One, I'll show that one at the end. So anyway, all right, let's keep it moving. How many more boxes do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 boxes? Really? All right, let's keep it moving. I feel like I missed some, huh? Maybe I didn't. All right, next one is kind of one that you're going to do. I'm kind of fast forwarding, but this is something that you're going to do after you've completed your 5-day challenge. The 5-day travel challenge that is free and linked below, or linked in my bio. But you're gonna find accommodations for your first month abroad. That is going to be on the list because that means that you are serious, right? You are serious about being out the country because you have finding how or where you want to be for the first month. Now you might decide you want to be in one spot for 1 month. You might decide you're a fast paced mover and you're moving every week, but you want to at least figure out how 1 month of accommodations looks for you. So yeah, that could be Airbnb. That can be, like I said, multiple hotels each week, or if you decide you are doing like weekly or every 2 weeks. If you're doing hostel, what does that look like? Are you staying? Which hostels are you staying at? Are you volunteering? So you're like the accommodation is provided for you. So yeah, we're gonna put that on the list. Perfect. All right, let's see here. This one next on the list is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do this wrong? I think I made one extra box, huh? 1, 2, 3. I did. I was like, that doesn't look right. Why does this box look so big? Okay, that is why. 1 second, you guys. I can't believe I did that. I was like, this just looks really, really out of place. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Control X. That's why, you guys. I was like, how are we have so many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay. Control X. Day 1, day 2. Day 1, day 2. We'll put this one right here. Day 5. Control X. We'll put this one right here. For your save $1,000, we'll put that right here. Okay, this makes so much sense. I was like, you guys, how are we not finished with this chart? But we are. All right, let's delete this row. Okay, that's perfect. How are we looking, Alexander?
18% on this.
80?
18.
18? Okay, cool. I think we'll be good. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Just want to make sure it looks good. Okay, awesome. Sorry, guys. We're just going to fix this really quickly. All right, put this right here. So we have 3 left. That is much better. I was like, we've been on here. How do I have so many? But no, we have 3 left. All right, next on the list. This is something we're going to work on before we leave the country. If you are someone who has a more sedentary lifestyle, which that was me. I worked a 9 to 5 job selling insurance, and I worked primarily from home, like at a desk. And then when I did go to the office, we were at a desk at the office. So, there are hours at a time, especially days, right? Where like I may not get even, I'm not even embarrassed to say, there are probably days I didn't even get like 1 to 2,000 steps in because I was that busy, especially during like busy season. But with that being said, we're going to practice for at least 1 month 10K steps. If you're someone who already gets 10K steps, then you feel free to up that 15K, 20K, whichever you like. But we're going to, whoop, he just jumped in his lap, the little puppy. We're going to increase our step intake consistently because once you get abroad, you'd be surprised how much you're walking, right? Because you're in this new fun experience, this new country, this new city, and you want to explore. And how cars are our lifeline in the US, that is not the case in many countries, right? For example, places in Mexico, places in Italy, places in Thailand, in Japan, right? Like you are much more likely to walk or take public transit to locations. And there are sometimes some of these places we're talking about, these countries, don't even have walkways or aren't drivable, right? Like you can't drive to where you want to go. You can't just get in your car and just okay, we're gonna drive. That's the other thing too. You may not even need a car where you're going, so you're gonna get really used to to walking. So next on the bingo card for 2025, we're gonna walk 10,000 steps for at least a month. Like I said, feel free. You can make it 10,000. You can make it 10,000. You can decide. You can start lower, 6,000, 8,000. I said this is your personal bingo card for 2025, right? So you know what your goals look like. You know what looks good for you. Okay, so we did that one. Wow, you guys have 2 left. 2 left in 13 minutes. 2 New Year's. Oh my gosh, how exciting. The pup is looking at me like, that is so exciting, right? Okay, walk. All right, let me get here. It's like some of the boxes don't want me. Okay, walk 10,000 steps in daily per month for 1 month. Okay. Yeah. Our average. Maybe it's a better word. Average. AVG. So you want to average at least 10,000 steps in a month. All right. Let's do that one. Perfect. 2 more. 2 more, you guys. All right. Let me see here. I kind of went out of order, so I'm like, which one did I not put on the list? See, we did the languages. Did I do the create the packing list? Did I end up putting that on here? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe that's what we're looking. I never added create the packing list. Haha. There we go. Create the packing list. Perfect. All right, we're down to 1. 1 more. All right, so we're gonna save that one till like close to midnight. But in the meantime, all right, here we go. I want to show you where we're at so far. Okay. So far, can you see it? Does it look okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Should I bring it up higher? Closer? closer. Okay, perfect. So far, you guys, we've created a bingo list, a bingo card for 2025. These are the items that we are going to work on because we want to make sure 2025 is the year that we get out of the country, right? So whether that's you're wanting to do an adult gap year, because I've stated at the beginning, you do not have to be 19 years old, fresh out of high school, or a college student to do a gap year. I'm 32. I'm not a spring chicken. I say that because it doesn't have to be for 20-year-olds, right? Like I am in my 30s, early 30s, mid 30s. Whatever. I'm in my 30s. I see people out here in their 40s, in their 50s. Heck, you can even do this in your 60s. Or you're just like, I'm ready to just straight up leave the country. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to do life abroad. I have created, like I said, that 5-day travel challenge, and we're working on the bingo card, which is can be a substitute for a vision board, right? I saw the bingo card idea on social media. I thought that was genius. So we're working on the bingo card. Wow, you guys, 10 minutes left till New Year's. 10 minutes. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's keep looking here. All right. How's it looking, sir?
13%.
13%. Okay, I think I have enough to get us to 9 minutes. Hopefully, guys, we're gonna be right on the cusp because my camera will be dying. But wow, we've been rocking. Y'all have been rocking with me for over an hour, almost an hour and a half. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful. You guys to be rocking with us on New Year's Eve, rocking into New Year's Day. But yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, let me see here. Maybe I'm gonna show a little bit of the book because I'm so excited about it. Right, it's something I've been working on for a little bit. So let me just bring it up here. Okay, here we go. This is what we're doing. This is what we're signing up for 2025. It's a 5-day full-time travel challenge. It's a PDF document, 19 pages. It's FREE. It's for the person looking to jumpstart their move abroad journey, whether it be an adult gap year or you're looking for a move abroad adventure, right? This guide is going to have actionable, digestible steps to get you from zero to action plan, right? Because was it fail to plan to fail? Fail to plan to fail. How many times have we said to ourselves, I want to do this, but we never put a tangible number. We never have anything set in stone about it, right? And one of the biggest ones everyone always says, somebody who always say, I want to travel, right? I'd love to live in Greece. I would love to go to Thailand. I would love to do Australia. It's like, cool. How are we going to make that possible, right? If you really want it, how are we going to make that possible? So that's what this guide is. It's going to help you make that possible. It's going to give you the steps you need to not feel overwhelmed and to actually be like, okay, this is what I need to do in X amount of months, or maybe it might take you a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I feel like if you're at this point in your journey, you're like, I'm ready to go before 2 years. But hey, there might be someone out there who might need that 2-year mark. That's totally okay, right? Like, you're working a plan, right? Work the plan. So I'm going to show you a couple of the... Did it die on us? Let's see. I hope it didn't die on us, Alex. Will you let me know? He's going to let me know if it died on us. Did it die?
Only 10% battery.
Okay. That's fine. 6 minutes is fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We got 6 minutes left, you guys, till New Year's. I'm so excited. If you're just joining us, like I said, put your New Year's. What goal do you have for 2025? And if it's a travel goal, where are we going? Where do you want to go? What country are we looking to go to in 2025? Are you like, I really want to do Peru? I want to do life in Peru. I want to do life in Spain. I want to study abroad, gap year, move, retire in Vietnam. Like I said, I want to do that in Cambodia, New Zealand, Belize. What does that look like, right? So let me know in the chat. I'm so excited to hear and see what you guys are up to and what you want out of 2025. Can I get here? Hold on, you guys. We're gonna see. Is it working? Maybe. That's okay. If not, that's all right. We got 5 minutes to New Year's and enough battery to get us to New Year's, you guys. All right, 5 minutes. Let's do this last one. Okay. So last on the being. Oh, sorry. I'm so all over the place. I was showing the book. I'm so sorry, guys. I got a little sidetracked. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Make this bigger. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all day one. Here is day one of the 5-day travel challenge. Does it look okay like that?
There you go.
Okay, perfect. So this is day one of the travel challenge. Like I said, if you're rocking with me after the live, sometime today or tomorrow, you're going to create a vision board. It can be a bingo card like this, or you can do a more traditional vision board. You're going to do a vision board for what you want your 2025 travels to look like. And you're going to create 3 goals. Your why. Why the heck do you want to do this? That is what we're doing. So listen. You're going to write down your top 3 goals for your gap year and create a vision board to inspire your journey. Now, for the vision board, like I said, this bingo card, you can make it digital or you can print it out. I think that's kind of cool too, to print it out and like keep it somewhere that you would see it a lot. If you decide to go like a more traditional vision board, which I actually last year had a more traditional vision board, I made it the screensaver on my phone. Because what is the one thing we're looking at all day long? It's our cell phones. We look at the cell phone more than we look at our TVs. We look at it more than we look at our refrigerators. We look at it more than we look at books. We're always looking at our phone. And so that's why I guess you could honestly make your bingo card your screensaver too. But yeah, I made the vision board my screensaver on my phone, and I actually would love. Let me see if I can find it in these last 3 minutes. But yeah, I accomplished most. So I love that I accomplished most on the vision board, and I think it was because I literally saw it all the time, right? Like I was always looking at it. So let me make sure that Okay, here it is. I'm going to pull up my vision board from 2024 because wow, it's 2025 here, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. This was my vision board from last year. I did not accomplish everything, but accomplished most. All right, help me out here if you can see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. This is my vision board from 2024, you guys. It was the screensaver on my phone. I'd show you on my phone, but I'm streaming from my phone. And of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, of the 12 items, pictures on the board, I did not accomplish 2. Yeah, I did not accomplish 2. We went to Disney, Tokyo Disney. Like I said, I made reading the word, the Bible, a part of my everyday life. We did get married with the backdrop of Diamond Head in Hawaii. We did go to New Zealand. I did not get into roller skating again. I did not pick that back up like I thought I would. We did get married. We did go horseback riding. Hobbiton. We did stay at that place at that pool. We did do couples counseling, premarital counseling. I did invest, but I did not end up doing the dress thing. So those are two things I didn't. Oh, you guys, it is almost New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Hold on, to New Year's Day. Let me see. Central Time. Happy New Whoops. Happy New Year, you guys. If anyone's in the Central Time Zone, Happy New Year. So glad that you are rocking with us today. Like I said, I feel like I'm all over the place with this first live, but hey, thanks for being with us on the first live. So we're gonna finish up this bingo card with the last item. I think that'll be a great way to end it. So yeah, I showed you my vision board from 2024. I am doing a bingo card for 2025, but this bingo card that I'm showing you is your bingo card that will be concurrent with the 5-day challenge. You could do something like this as a vision board. All right, last box to fill. If you're going abroad and you're doing this awesome journey, you might want to document, right? And you can choose many ways to document, right? You can document on the app with the T. You can document with the app with the I, so TikTok, Instagram. You can document with a physical journal, travel journal, or you can do a digital journal. But I'm going to talk about maybe creating a YouTube channel. Maybe that's how you document your journey. That's how we have started to document our journey. We have a small YouTube channel if you're watching today. Yeah, we have been using YouTube to document our journey. It's been so fun. We actually ended up getting a new camera. That's what we're filming from. Getting this new camera has really been helpful to us in our journey because it makes things a little more discreet. We're filming and we film on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's like really small. It's smaller than a cell phone, and so when we go out in public, it is not as I don't know, in people's face as like a cell phone or discreet. Thank you. It's a little more discreet. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. So, like I said, you can decide. The last thing on your bingo card is to create a YouTube channel, or you can decide you want it to be to have a physical journal, a digital journal. It's up to you. All right, let me show you the finished product, you guys. Okay. Here it is. Put it as close as possible. We've done it. We have created a 2025 travel bingo card. This is going to be your vision board. Now, your next steps on this card is you have to decide what is going to be your reward when you get 5 in a row. And what is your reward if you black out? You get a blackout. What's going to be your reward? So yeah, let me know in the comments what your rewards will be. But anyway, I am so grateful for everyone joining in tonight. Thank you for joining the first live for Kyla and Alex. We are going to let you guys enjoy your New Year's Day. Like I said, if you found any of this information in this live helpful, let us know. Like I said, we'd love to see what we can do more in our lives to make these more beneficial to our viewers. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So peace out.